Hello Aries, welcome to your weekly reading. This will be for the 30th to the 6th of July, so first week of this new month. So I'm excited to see what's going on for you. I do want to say these are kind of quick readings because by the time you're seeing this, I'll be on a self retreat. So I'm doing these in a little bit in advance. So yeah, I also have to leave today, so that's why they're going to be a little bit quicker. But anyway, let's dive into it for you. Let's do the sound bowl still. We'll do the sound bowl still for you. Almost forgot. Let's take a deep breath together, Aries. Okay. Weirdly, like this is kind of strange. I don't know what it means. Sometimes when I hit this bowl, I get a few images in mind. And for you, I guess it was kind of like reptiles. I saw dinosaurs and I saw like lizards and stuff. So I don't know if that's significant for someone. But anyway, let's dive into your reading. I wonder what the spiritual meaning is about that. But anyway, let's see what's going on for you for next week. Please, Spirit for Aries, any messages that we have for them? Let's see. You have your first chakra coming out. So this is all about your identity. By the way, you have caring connections, so expect some loving during this next week. But this is mainly about your identity when the first chakra comes out, okay? So it's all about your right to be here, and all of us have a right to be here, and some of you might struggle with that. And sometimes when this chakra is blocked, it can kind of manifest in financial issues, a lack of integrity in yourself, right? So all of this is really about establishing your identity and being stable within that, right? There's a lot of things that come out with that too, but let's see what Spirit wants to highlight. This is Archangel Michael, which usually is the archangel that clears blockages and protects. So I feel like needing to stand up for yourself and know who you are is very important. So let's see what else comes out for you. We have To Be Fair. Okay, it did come up reversed, which is interesting. So for some of you, you might be dealing with some imbalance in your life currently, and that's what Spirit wants you to work on. To Be Fair is my card for a life review. It's time to get clear on your identity. Who are you? Who do you want to show up as? And to stop making decisions based on that, right? This is a card that says, in one hand, there's this little, I'm going to show you up close. Hello. In one, there is a little cookie, which foreshadows another card in here, which says not for you. And then we have a pearl, which I'm going to say is like things that actually hold value to you. So things that are not valuable to you, that are not aligned to you, and things that are. It's time to make decisions. It's time to weigh things up. As I said, a life review, start writing things down. Journaling could be good for you guys at this time, or just figuring out, what do I want? Who am I? What's in my life right now? What's serving me? What's not serving me? What brings me happiness? What lights me up? What's draining me? What's taking away? And making sure things are balanced. There are always going to be things in life, by the way, that make us a bit drained. Like sometimes we have to work for money to pay for certain things. Money is, I guess, a tool for freedom. So if you're trying to save up, that can sometimes be a bit draining. So there's always going to be something there, but just make sure that it's balanced, right? What we want is a lot of value that can kind of outweigh a little bit of that draining energy. So doing some practices at home can also be very helpful for you. I don't know what they mean by that, but I'm just speaking what I'm hearing. Use your intuition. You already know what you guys need to do. It's time to start taking action on it. Now, going into the spread that I got for you, I'm going to try to do the same spread. Let me just try pull the cards out first. All right, Aries, energy of Aries during this week. Ace of Wands, passionate, new beginnings. Because this is in your energy, it's telling me you're showing up very enthusiastic. There's something that's lighting up your fire. So I love it. I love that a lot. Could be new ideas, new projects, or again, just new motivation. That's kind of cooling you in during this time. Energy of the week. The Death card, huge change. The fact that it's jumping on top of that first chakra, the change is coming from you, and therefore it's changing up the energy of your life. I really feel like that for sure, right? You're taking control of it, Aries, which is awesome. But yeah, Death card means that something needs to die out for a new energy to begin. Usually the Death card is like the king is on the floor, which represents that, okay, like everything's going to change, which is why this is such a transformational card. And a new ruler comes in. And I feel like that's to do with you. Like the old way of ruling your life or controlling your life or the way that you have done things, because we're always the ruler of our life, right? Even if things happen to us, we are the one that decides what we're going to do about it. And I feel like that's changing. The way that you deal with life is changing. The way that you show up, right? So your identity is changing. So it's very major. All right, what else? How is Aries showing up in the near future? Okay, we got 2. We'll take it. The Tower. Interesting how this is coming up on top of this. I'm just going to cover his booty down here because YouTube has their rules. So the Tower and the 5 of Swords. So in the near future, you are showing up as kind of creating a bit of chaos and a mess. It's not a bad thing. As we said, this is all about you creating fairness in your life and you making decisions that may not be easy, but they are right for you, right? It's all about being fair. It's about having a non-biased perspective. So maybe you want someone around, but they're really taking from you. So it's like, okay, I have to kind of weigh this up. Like maybe I have to get rid of some things I'm really addicted to, like screen time. I don't know what it is. It's up to you to decide how it resonates. So the 5 of Swords can also be a conflict with somebody in particular. I will clarify, of course, because the Tower card is a falling out, right? But it could again just be a big shakeup that you are creating in your life and walking away from things that just don't serve you, like bring conflict into your life. This is a sense of feeling a bit defeated. So again, I want to figure out what that is, but again, it all seems to be in alignment to bring in balance and fairness, and alignment is a main word back into your life again. So I'm going to figure that one out. The next thing I want to see is your recent past. What is something you've recently been going through? The Fool, so new energy, new beginnings, maybe recently gone down a new journey, feeling a bit childlike. Let's see what that it's really about taking a leap of faith, trusting in the universe more. The Fool with the Death card is quite big. It does represent a big change going on in your life. Let's see. Challenges for the week, please, Spirit. Oh, I'm gonna just take this card that came up here. Might look at these. 2 of Cups, 7 of Wands. So some of you, this could be your challenge is probably other people. 2 of Cups is not a bad card, but when the 7 of Wands is here, it does feel a little bit like you feel like you need to defend yourself, and there's a lot of people up against you, maybe for some. The Hermit, again, with the to be fair, so really analyzing your life from a higher perspective, from your higher self maybe, and making decisions from there. And then the Hanged Man, which is interesting too. So your challenge is things have been stagnant for a while, all right? Again, feeling a bit out of control, but there's something that maybe you've observed from this position that's given you some enlightenment about your life or what you want or who you are, that is going to be the thing that's going to help guide you. King of Swords being a challenge, again, is making difficult decisions. Some of you might need to slow down the video if it's too fast for you. I did say it's a quickie over here. The King of Swords, again, making direct decisions, having a strategy. This is your challenge, so it might be a bit difficult for you, but as I said, it feels very much like this to be fair card, which looks a bit like Justice, very strong Libran energy coming through as well, but it really is about making bold, clear, direct decisions and strategies. Okay, and another challenge for Aries, the 4 of Pentacles. I'm hearing use your words. What does that mean? Some of you need to be able to explain yourself better. What does that mean to you? I think it's about getting clear, right? Because I feel like use your words. I don't know why they're saying that. I don't know if some of you go silent at times when you're mad, or why am I hearing that? I think your words are important. King of Swords is swords, it's information, communication. So it's very important for you to be able to stand up for yourself, like I said, and to maybe even again get clear on who you are in terms of words. It could be important, maybe help you sit in that energy a bit more. But anyway, 4 of Pentacles coming through in your challenge as well is a little bit of setting a foundation. It can be very good for that, but of course I'm going to clarify, it can also be about needing to open up a little bit more and to come out of this comfort zone, this safety zone, this safety blanket, and to start growing a little bit more by doing things that are a bit different to you. All right, what's the advice that you have for Aries during this time? We have the 4 of Wands. Celebrate, go out, have some fun. Don't forget that fiery energy amongst all this kind of seriousness or a change in your life. What's the advice for Aries? And a 3 of Wands. As advice is an interesting one. And let's see the near future. Energy of the near future. 2 Pentacles, very busy, balancing a life, very similar to the Fool. This tells me that in the past you kind of dabbled in new beginnings, but maybe never really committed fully to it. Like whether you're changing your routines up, maybe you started it and then you kind of started, it was a bit foolish with it. Like this quite childlike, you're just kind of giving experimental, but this is now tangible. You're actually seeing things working through whatever it is that you're deciding to do here. Okay, so since this change that you're fully actually changing, so now you're actually seeing some more results. Like this kind of just feels a little bit like again, it's just not fully grounded, but now you're actually grounding the changes. So I'm going to clarify the ones that we need clarification for, which number one is the Tower and the Five of Swords. Why is this Aries energy in the near future? Hierophant, Page of Wands. So some of you, this could be regarding a commitment. Some of you are definitely removing like gossipy energy around you, or people that you feel like you can't really trust. But a lot of you are deciding to go against the grain here, again, with maybe traditions, maybe your parents or people around you have always expected you to be a certain way. I see that with the Hierophant. It's like a traditional way of doing things. I think that's where you're shaking things up. What is the Five of Swords here? Could again be to do a job. Queen of Cups. So I think you're paying attention to your heart space a bit more. And what's the conflict to do with or defeat here? The Hermit. So the Five of Wands. I just feel like maybe there is a little bit of like pettiness or arguments because of what you're deciding to do. But the Hermit here is again what came up a little bit earlier. This is you following your highest path. So it's kind of normal. You know, you might have to lose a battle to win the war. It's okay. You know, that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting here. So again, some of you could be in terms of marriage or commitment. Okay. But it just feels like whatever you have been committed to, you might be shaking it up a little bit, going against different beliefs, right? Changing your beliefs for sure. Okay. What about the Four of Pentacles in a challenge position? Yeah, so the Emperor, again, you're taking control. You're deciding to grow a bit more when it comes down to finances, what you give your time and energy to. It's very basically the to be fair card. There's scales there too. The Emperor, this is like a false sense of control, right? Feeling like you need to hold on to something, or again, that comfort zone. It's a false sense of control that's actually limiting you. So the Emperor here, Two of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles speaks all about expansion. Knight of Pentacles says that you might be accepting another offer or going down a different journey here in terms of career, finances, or just in terms of where you're going in life. Two of Wands is again thinking about the future and where you want to expand and grow and having new ideas. And I do see that you're showing up as having ideas this week of what you want, at least as drive here for you guys this week that's actually moving you forward. Why is the Four of Wands advice? The Empress. Love that. I kind of get the sense here of like the more that it's kind of like by feeling abundant now, so gratitude and all that stuff, you attract even more. So there's something that you're showing up or being guided to show up as the Empress, which is about flow, love, nurturing. So all that kind of energy. They want you to focus a bit more on the family or in the home, especially for those who might have children, or again, just focusing on people who you really love and nurture those connections, because I do feel like, as I said with caring connections on the bottom of the deck earlier, I do think they're going to feed back into you, right? There's a beautiful, loving, reciprocated energy going on in terms of friendships, whatever it is. It's just you're showing up as the Empress here. You're being guided to. It's your advice. And the Three of Wands as advice. The Page of Cups, interesting. Why is this advice? Strength card. But what's the feeling of delay or waiting? Why is that the advice? The Five of Cups. And then the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like if you have been waiting for things to change or waiting for clarity, waiting for answers, again, as I said, I think you already know what you need to do based on your intuition. Five of Cups is this feeling of disappointment, or maybe focusing too much on what if things go wrong. For example, it's a little bit of like a negative mindset just at times, because you've probably been through some negativity, been through disappointments, you're kind of expecting it or focusing just on that. This is why they want you to balance things in life, right? The Strength card is all about your courage. So in this case, I feel like there's an opportunity coming in, or they're guiding you to put your foot out there. Let's start changing things up for yourself, which I do see you doing anyways internally. The Wheel of Fortune is about things changing, but it takes courage, right? I feel like I do see you going on a new journey, because that ship feels like it's coming in for you. Whatever you've been waiting for, it's coming. This is the time. This week, it's the time. I feel like it's more about not so much an opportunity coming away, but it's the time to go somewhere with the ship here. It's time to go on a new journey. Okay, so whatever you've been waiting for to shift and to change, it's coming up. Okay, angels, I told you it was going to be a quickie, so I wish you guys all the best for the week. Thank you for spending time with me. Make sure you let me know in the comments how this reading resonates with you, if it does, and make sure you guys like and subscribe if you would like to see some more of these videos. But anyway, I wish you guys all the best for the rest of your day and the rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. All right.